Welcome. My name is Jeannie, and today we're going to be diving into the second chakra, which is located in the sacral area of the body, about where the hips meet the back. This chakra is called the Svadhisthana chakra and is associated with the element of water. So as we move, we'll be trying to make our movements as fluid and formless as possible, inducing change in our bodies. So let's go ahead and get started. Come to your mat and lay down on your back. Allow your body to take up space. Feel your hips spread onto the floor. Let your spine find its natural curvature. Relax your shoulders. Relax your gaze and slowly close your eyes. The body is made up of 60% water. Water is a big part of our life force, and without it, we would shrivel away and die. When you think of water, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Tao Te Ching said beneath heaven, nothing is more soft and yielding than water, yet for attacking the solid and strong, nothing can take its place. Therefore, the soft can overcome the hard, and the weak can overcome the strong. Water in and of itself does not have shape. It is fluid and formless. It becomes anything you choose it to be. It can cushion and support, or it can be a force that induces change. So try to make your breaths fluid, one leading into the next, like the waves of the ocean. On your next exhale, draw your right knee in towards your chest and give it a hug. Keep pressing through your left heel and feel the stretch. Inhale, extending the right leg out. Exhale, draw the left knee in towards your chest. Inhale, lengthen. Moving with your breath, feeling the flow between each movement. Now you can stay with this movement or start to draw your nose towards your knee, peeling your shoulders off the ground. Really hollowing out through your belly, drawing your navel in. Continuing to breathe with each movement. You might even start to lift the opposite leg off the ground and hover it. Even extending your hands overhead. Continuing to breathe with this movement. One last option to try is drawing both knees in at the same time, making yourself into the smallest ball possible and then reaching out to full extension. See if you can try any of these options 2 more times. And then extend your legs straight over your head. Maybe sway side to side. Knees can be bent or straight. Cactus your arms out to give you some stability. Using your core, drop your knees to the right into a spinal twist. Exhale, pull the knees back to center and tick them to the left. Letting your knees tick-tock from side to side with slow, controlled movements, flowing down as fast as they come up. You can start to extend the legs out as they hover right above the floor. Remembering at any time that you are in control. If you want a little bit more, try to keep your legs straight the entire range of motion from the right all the way to the left. Pendulum-ing your body from side to side. Now extend your legs up towards the ceiling and flex your feet. Hands come down by the side and see if you can stretch the back of your legs, pushing your heels towards the ceiling. And then gently bend your knees, pulling yourself into a tight ball. Now slowly start to rock back and forth, massaging your spine until you can rock all the way up and over onto all fours, coming into a tabletop. Spread your fingers nice and wide underneath your shoulders and knees come underneath your hips. Really feel the contact that you make with the ground underneath you. And find your breath, inhaling, looking up, arching your back. Exhale, pressing through your palms and rounding your spine. Tune into that movement like a fluid ocean wave, rising and falling, matching your breath. Come to a neutral spine alignment, and on an inhale, extend the right leg out behind you, toes pointing down to the ground. Exhale, draw the knee into the side of your elbow. Extend as you inhale and lower it down. Left leg straight back, pulling it out to the side to your elbow. Maybe it comes to your bicep. Extend and release. Notice how your hips move with this simple action. Can you try to stabilize them from side to side? You might need to keep your knees a little bit lower, closer to the ground. Let's try it one more time on both sides. Really feeling your breath. And from here, tuck your toes underneath, press through your hands, and start to lift your hips up and back, coming into down dog. Now be kind and gentle here. Pedal out your feet. Keep your knees with a soft bend. Maybe you play with shifting your weight forwards and backwards. From your your hands to your feet as you breathe in. You can even take it from your down dog all the way into a plank, slightly rounding your spine as you move forwards, and then drawing it back and down. Inhaling and exhaling just like the waves of the ocean. Inhale, start to walk your feet to the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Root down through your feet, feeling the energy in each corner. And then release any tension that you might have in your shoulders, your head, your arms. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your shins and extending your spine, come up to a flat back or a halfway lift. Exhale, release it back to the ground. Inhale, reach and rise, hands coming to the sky, and exhale, the palms pressed together, coming to heart center. In Samasthiti, an equal standing pose. Close your eyes and really tune into the sensations in your body and the thoughts in your mind. On your next inhale, extend your hands overhead. Take your right hand to your left wrist and reach it up and over for a side bend. Inhale back to center, switching your hands, and take it to the other side. One more lift, and then exhale, fold yourself in half, forward fold. Inhale, fingertips find your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and walk your feet back to a high push-up. For this first time, drop your knees down to the ground and start to bend your elbows till you find yourself laying on the floor. Release your toes. Inhale, roll your shoulders up and back, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and down dog is where you're going. Check in with your breath here. Check in with sensation. And when you're ready, start to walk your feet forward to that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, take a side bend to the right. Inhale and exhale, take a side bend to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, reset your spine. Exhale, plant your hands and walk your feet back. Now you can take the knee option or you can stay on your toes, bending your elbows halfway or all the way down. Release your toes. Inhale into your back bend, baby cobra. You might even start to straighten your arms to up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Really spread your fingertips out wide. Separate your shoulders as opening up your back, lifting your tailbone. And when you're ready, start to walk forwards. Matching your breath to movement, inhale, rise. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down on the ground. You might even start to step or jump back to your high plank. Bend your elbows halfway or all the way. Inhale into your back bend, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. One more big breath in, and then as you exhale, start to move your feet to the top of your mat. You might even choose to jump them up between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the right. Inhale, really feel these movements out as you're reaching to the extremes of each posture. Reset and relift. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet. Choose to jump, bend your elbows right away into your chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. One more breath. And when you're ready, travel to the top of the mat any way you see fit. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise on up. Breathe through one more time, matching your breaths to your movements. Find your forward fold into your halfway lift, and you choose how you move to your down dog, the options that work best for you. Once there, take your breath deeper. See if you can broaden your sit bones and lift your tailbone a little bit higher. When ready to move, jumping forwards, exhale, inhale, halfway lift, and slowly rise all the way up, bringing your palms together, and exhale into Samastiti. Close your eyes here and bring yourself back to the present, back to the sensations in your body, back to the breath. And just notice what thoughts arise in your mind. Trying not to linger on any one thought, but just being an observer. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, swan dive all the way to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the ground and step your right foot back. Dropping the knee down to the floor, release the toe and rise on up for kneeling crescent. Really activate your front leg by pressing down through the left heel and bringing your hips forward. Exhale, hands come down around your front foot and start to straighten your legs, sitting your hips towards your back heel. Half splits. From there, bring all your weight back into your front leg, stand on up, straightening your legs, opening up to the side, coming into reverse triangle. Exhale, rotate your hips for the front of the mat. Slide your back leg in just slightly and lower the hands down as you lift the leg up to the sky, standing splits. Exhale, release back to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And let's try it on the other side. Left foot steps back, ground the knee down, release the toes, and rise on up to your kneeling crescent. As you breathe in, feel your heart expand, and exhale, shifting your hips back, lengthen the front leg. One more breath here. And then shifting your weight forward, tuck your back toe, rise on up, straightening your legs, and open your hips to the side of your mat, coming into reverse triangle. Exhale, rotate your hips till they point to the top of the mat, slide your back foot in, and teeter-totter into standing splits. As your hands come down, your leg rises. Exhale, release back to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise on up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Feel your foundation here as you spread your feet onto the mat. Feel the lift through your kneecaps, the activation of your inner thighs. Inhale, extend your hands, and exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, reset. Exhale, plant your hands down on the ground and make your way back to your plank, adding those chaturangas in if you want, all ending into your down dog. Really feel grounded through your hands and your feet. but feel a lift through your tailbone up towards the sky. Inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky. And exhale, step it through between your fingertips, coming into your low lunge. Ground your left heel down and rise on up to warrior one. See if you can add a little bit of a twist to the hips, pulling the right hip back and pressing the left hip forwards. Activate the back leg by pressing into your pinky toe and feeling a little lift through the knee. Energize your fingers. When you're ready, start to straighten the right leg, turning and opening up to the side, and then bend the right knee into your warrior two. See if you can stack your shoulders on top of your hips and press energy down through your palms, coming a little bit deeper, letting your gaze go over the middle finger of your front hand. Inhale, straightening the front leg. Exhale, tip your body, right hand coming down, left hand coming up into your triangle pose. Gaze can either be down on the ground, straight forwards, or you might even choose to turn your chin towards your top hand. Make sure you're engaging your inner thighs by drawing the knees together. Exhale, bend the front knee. Rotate all the way up, coming into your 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands come to heart center and start to bend into your left knee, coming into Skandasana. Hands can be at that heart center. You can lower them down to the mat to have a little bit more support and balance here. But try to keep your heart lifted. Try one more breath here, and then look forwards. Walk your hands to the top of the mat, bending into the right knee, rotating your hips to the ground, coming into dragonfly twist. Right arm reaching up towards the sky. One more breath. And as you release, right hand finds the ground. Open up your hips to this long side of your mat. Reach your right hand forwards and then lift your left hand up towards the sky in a half moon. Finding this balancing posture. Engage your back leg by flexing your toes, pulling them towards your nose. See if you can stack your hands on your shoulders and your shoulder on your hand. Release your gaze back down to the ground, lower your foot, and come into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and travel your way back to your down dog. This is a moment where we check in with our breath and with our body before we start to move. This time, lift the left leg up to three-legged dog. Gaze is forwards as you step lightly between your fingertips, anchor down your right heel, and rise on up to warrior one. Now keep your shoulders soft and your neck long here. Inhale, lengthen the front leg, rotate open to the side, and then bend back into your warrior two. Your tailbone is really pointing down to the ground as your spine is pointing towards the sky. Straightening your front leg, you might adjust your stance as you tip forward into triangle pose. Now, hands can go all the way down to the ground. Maybe it finds your shin. If it doesn't find your shin, you can even come up to your thigh. Breathing in, opening your chest. Inhale, rise up to your 5-pointed star. Rotate your toes to the inside or to the long side of your mat. Hands come to your heart. And this time, bend into your right knee. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Remembering the options to have your hands down or hands at heart center. One more breath in. Look towards the top of your mat. Bend into your front knee and kind of spider yourself across your mat till you come into a low lunge. And then open up by lifting the left hand towards the sky. You can stack your arms, or if you want a little bit more rotation, drop your right hip a little deeper and let your hand cascade slightly behind your gaze, letting this twist rotate all the way to the crown of your head. From there, look down, drop both of your hands down, start to rotate your hips outwards, opening them up. Left hand slightly reaches forward as the right arm and right leg lifts off the ground. Half moon. Focus your gaze and focus your breath here to still your body's movements. Exhale, release your hand down to the ground. Drop your foot down, find your forward fold. Shake out your shoulders, shake out your neck. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands come back down to the ground, forward fold. Reach and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Equal standing pose. Close your eyes here. Tune into your breath. Tune into sensation. Tune into your mind. Inhale, reach your hands overhead, and exhale, sit your hips back and down, coming into chair pose, Utkatasana pose. Now play with sensation here. If you can go a little bit deeper, go a little bit deeper. But also know if you need to come out, that is okay too. Or if you have too much tension in the shoulders, you can bring your hands to your heart center. Find your breath and try to calm the thoughts that arise in your mind. Inhale, stand on up and shift your weight into your left foot. Bending your right knee, cross the ankle on top of your thigh and open the leg out to the side, making a figure 4 with your legs. Flex the foot and then slowly sit back and down just like you did in your chair pose. You might be able to go deep enough to put your forearms on your shins, or maybe start to hinge forward, reaching your hands towards the ground. Again, calm your mind, for the mind is like water. When it becomes turbulent, it is difficult to see. When it is calm, everything becomes clear. When you're ready, slowly reverse, coming all the way up, staying balanced, staying true. And once you reach the top, hold for one breath and then release it out. Maybe pedal your feet out, shake it out. And prepare for the other side, closing your eyes, feeling your body, feeling sensation. Lift up the left foot. Cross the knee. Open up the thigh. Flex the foot. And when you are ready, slowly bend deep. Knowing that it is okay to stay standing at the top or anywhere in between. Listen to your body here. And focus on your breath. One more breath here. And then slowly start to rise up. Taking your time. Once there, hold for one breath. Release the foot down, pedal it out. Inhale, extend your arms overhead, and exhale, flow yourself to your down dog. You can add in a couple more chaturangas, or you can go straight to your down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky, and as you exhale, bend the knee so that the heel is reaching across your back to the opposite shoulder. See if you can make your knee the highest part of your body, but keeping the weight equal in both hands. Inhale, extend, and exhale, come back to your three-legged dog. When you're ready, try it on the other side. Really pulling the knee up towards the sky, opening up your hips. And then inhale, extend, and come back to down dog. Shift your weight forwards into a plank as you breathe in and lower all the way down onto your belly. Bring your hands underneath your forehead, stacking the palms, and rest your third eye on top of the palms. Inhale, bring your arms out to goalposts to either side of your body. Pressing down through your toes, take a deep breath in and start to lift your shoulders, your heart, and your hands off the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Rotate your hands and inhale, reach them forwards. Exhale, pull your elbows back to your back pocket. Inhale, lengthen forwards, and exhale, pull. Moving with your breath, really engaging the back side of your body. Try one more. And then, if it feels good, bend your knees, reaching your hands back, grab your ankles, and pressing into your hands, start to lift into bow pose, keeping the belly active and engaged. Pressing your hips in towards the mat, finding a little bit more lift. Exhale, release back to crocodile, stacking your palms on top of one another. And breathing. Inhale, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and as you exhale, sit your hips back onto your heels, coming into child's pose. No, it's both a blessing and a curse to feel things so deeply. Couple more breaths here. Inhale, shift your weight onto all fours. And then then stepping your right foot forwards on the outside of your right hand, keeping the back knee on the ground. Come into lizard pose. You can stay up on your fingertips. Today, maybe you go down to your forearms. You might even be able to lower down to your heart, or any variation that you know here. Now, when you're ready, slowly come out, bringing yourself back to your hands. Now, just for one breath, tuck your back toe and lift your knee off the ground, activating your body, feeling the energy flow from the heel all the way out to the crown of your head. Exhale, release the knee down, and sit your hips back into child's pose. Now let's try it on the other side. Left foot steps forward on the outside of the left hand, pressing your hips down towards the mat. Check in with your breath and choose the variation that works best for you. Hands, forearms, heart. You might even choose a variation of multiple poses given the time. You might even notice that both sides are slightly different, and that is okay. Just like we did on the other side, slowly rise on up to your hands. And then when you're ready, tuck the back toe underneath. Activate the back leg by pulling the knee off the ground. Straighten your energy line from your heel to your head, and then release yourself back into child's pose. Slowly shift your weight forwards and bend your elbows till you're laying all the way down on the ground, stacking your hands one more time, bringing your forehead to rest there. Now bending your knees, slide it to the outside of the mat, coming into a fallen tree. The foot can be resting on the inner thigh, or it can be out to the side, making a right angle or anywhere in between. Slowly extend the leg out, and let's try the left side. Now as the body is calm and the breaths are slow, now is a beautiful time to become present in the moment. Slowly extend your leg out. And if it feels good, you can bend both knees, feet going to the sky, and just gently windshield wiper them side to side. Extend them back out, tucking the toes, bringing the hands underneath the hips, underneath the shoulders. Press yourself up and back, coming into down dog. It's the last down dog of your practice today. So really see how it's changed. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, bending your knees, coming into a yogi ball, and then just sitting your hips back and down, extending your legs in front of you. Take a deep breath in and fold forwards. You might be able to grab your calves, your ankles, your toes. Wherever you are, allow your breath to soften any tension that is left in your body and find stillness here. Slowly start to walk your hands up your legs, taking a breath at the top. And then lower down all the way onto your back. Bend your knees and open them up like a book, bringing the soles of your feet together. Hands can either be out by your side or one on your heart and one on your belly. Feeling anchored, feeling supported, feeling safe. Tune into your breath. And calm your mind. Now extend your hands out to either side in a T or goalpost them up by your head. Bring your right knee across your body and stacking it on your left knee, coming into a twist. You might even turn your head in the opposite direction. And again, find stillness. Slowly lift the right knee off the left knee. Bring it to its side. Coming back for a couple breaths in Baddha Konasana. And then when you're ready, let the left knee come across and find your twist on the other side. Slowly come back to center, opening your knees one more time in Baddha Konasana. Hands can find your heart and belly. Let your eyes soften and drift close. Now you might choose to stay here for the remaining of your practice, or to come into more of a traditional Shavasana. Extend your hands out to your side and squeeze your knees together. You might even take a couple windshield wipers before you extend your legs all the way out, taking space up on the floor, allowing your toes to gently drift outwards, your palms to lay open. Allow your breath to slow until it feels like it doesn't even exist. Finding complete relaxation. Now let's take a scan of your entire body, starting at the crown of your head, moving your awareness all the way down to your feet, becoming present in the moment and knowing that nothing is permanent in life except for change. Movement is a sign of life, and without movement there is no journey, no change, and no evolution. So allow movement to come into your body. Start small, maybe with just your fingers and your toes. And then when you're ready, let it grow so much that you take it into a stretch. Reaching your hands over your head and pointing your toes, making yourself as long as you can. Gently bend your knees into your heart and give them a hug. You might even choose to roll side to side, massaging your spine. And then when you're ready, slowly rise on up, finding a seat. Eyes can remain closed for a couple breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly bring your hands to heart center. And know that the light and love in me honors and respects the light in each of you. Namaste.